Okay, hey yeah! Look how fabulous my drawing's looking. I'm really pleased with it. Let me just put this on. Let's see. Okay, what I'm going to talk about firstly is how I've managed to get a 3D effect on the window. Let me just see if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. Fab. So I don't want to move this because I've only just managed to do it. Right, okay. It's not brilliant. You can't really see very well because of the lighting, but when you look on the picture, there's these sort of like grey areas on the window frames themselves, look. Now that's where the reflection is. And you can see there's some dark diamonds and that just looks very smooth and grey. Now you have to try and do that in your drawing. So what I tend to do is, you know how you've got that colour there? I try and get the same colour there because that looks about the same. Maybe it's slightly darker on the windows. So you'll do that over the windows to start with. Try and leave a few edges where it's white if you can, just so it shows the frame of the window frames off. But you know, you make your dark diamonds on the windows themselves. So let's see if I can zoom in so you can see clearly. So there's some windows there, and there is my work. Now they're not perfect diamonds, they're not in a perfect order, they're not perfectly in place. You can do it even more perfect if you wish, but I find when you're doing something like that, to make it look more realistic, you're focusing more on the actual frames and the actual reflections in the windows. When you look at this as well, you'll find that this looks like it's going back. Like when you look at it like 3D, the window comes right out. The roof comes out further than the window, but that window comes out and sticks out. That one is going in. So when we look at it like that, so this comes out as well, so you can see that that is back and that's forwards. So with these you can see that I've made them look going back, like they're going back, because I'm not making the raised white outline around them. So it literally does look like that sticks out more than that. Also, you're always looking at this as well. This bit here is very dark compared to that. So that on my drawing is darker than these. And you're always looking at this, like again, all the lighter panels that I'm seeing, these are lighter than these, which are really dark. So I get my good old graphite 8B. Now this has been stamped on by Hermione, so I literally have that to work with, but it's okay. And again, so you're finding these really dark areas here, and you're just going over them really dark. I've started going into because it's a gatehouse, I've started going into the background of the gatehouse there as well, which is quite light. So really you're kind of constantly distinguishing from dark and light all the time on every part of the work. On the smallest window pane there's always going to be a light or a dark area, so you've really got to look for that. Also, you'll probably notice there's a very light shade line there, very light shadow. Now you can't really see it from a distance, you can see it when you go really close. Can you see that very light there? Very light shaded bit. Now that helps to push the window forwards. Without that it probably would have looked flat. So it's very small minute details you really need to focus on. I'm not going to do really long videos now, but I just thought I would show you a few tips. Also, I'm carrying on with the roof, which is, I've done a lot of lines with the ruler going across, but I've also shaded bits, made some different directional shading areas so that it kind of looks more like brickwork rather than lines, because you don't want it to look like lines really. But yeah, there you go. So that's what I'm doing. I hope you enjoy it, and I will share the picture again for you so you've got that. Under 5 minutes, go me!